Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat alone in silence and asked yourself who you really are? I'm serious. No phone in your hand, no music blasting in your ears, nobody talking at you telling you what you should be. Just you and that quiet voice inside. You see, most people don't even know themselves. They wake up every day racing the clock, checking likes, chasing money, chasing approval, running from failure, running from pain, running, always running. But where are you going? And who are you taking there? You think you're living for yourself, but you're not. You're living for the world's expectations. You're living for fear. You're living for applause from people who don't even know you. I'm going to tell you something that might hurt a little. If you don't learn to focus on you, you're going to lose you. That's the truth. Because the world will pull you in every direction. It will use you up and spit you out if you let it. It will tell you you're not enough, you're not smart enough, not good looking enough, not worthy enough. And you'll believe it. You'll carry those lies on your back like they're yours to keep. But they're not yours. They never were. Tonight, I don't want you to clap for me. I don't want you to cheer. I want you to think. I want you to feel. I want you to remember yourself. Because the day you decide to focus on you, that's the day your real life begins. So let's talk about it. Let's get real. No filters, no excuses, just truth. Because if you don't get this right, nothing else you do will ever feel right.
You hear me?
Good. You want to know why most people never become who they were meant to be? It's simple. They never even take the time to figure out who that is. They're so busy being what everybody else wants them to be. So busy trying to fit in, trying to belong, trying to prove they're good enough. They're shapeshifters, wearing masks, changing their colors, depending on who's watching. But deep down, they don't know themselves. And let me tell you something. If you don't know yourself, you'll be at the mercy of anyone who claims they do. This is what I want you to do tonight. I want you to get quiet. I want you to get still. I want you to turn off the noise that drowns out that little voice inside you. You know the one I'm talking about. That voice that knows when you're lying to yourself. That voice that whispers the truth you're too afraid to say out loud. See, people think self-awareness is some fancy spiritual idea. It's not. It's survival. Because if you don't know who you are, you will chase anything. If you don't know what you want, you'll settle for anything. If you don't know what matters to you, you'll sell your soul for cheap. I'm talking about getting honest, brutally honest. Ask yourself, what am I really doing with my life? Is this what I want or what they told me I should want? Do I even like who I am when no one is watching? Why do I do the things I do? Is it fear? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it ego? Don't be afraid of the answers. That's the problem. We're all so damn afraid of the truth. We're scared of our flaws, scared to admit our weaknesses. We think if we don't look at them, they're not there, but they're there. They're in the room with you every day. They're the reason you sabotage yourself, the reason you quit on your dreams, the reason you keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. You can't fix what you won't face. You can't heal what you keep hiding. Listen to me. You want to grow? Start by telling yourself the truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't justify it. Don't blame everybody else. Own it. All of it. Your fears, your laziness, your insecurities, your lies. Say it out loud if you have to. Because that's where freedom begins. Not when you get a fancy car. Not when you get that promotion. Not when you get 1 million likes or followers. Freedom begins when you know yourself. When you understand your strengths and your weaknesses. When you see your patterns and your triggers. When you understand what you want so clearly that you can't be shaken from it. Most people never get there. They'd rather stay busy. Busy is safe. Busy means you don't have to think. Busy means you don't have to feel. But you want to be great? You want to live with purpose? Then you have to sit with the discomfort of knowing yourself. You have to be willing to look at the ugly parts. To say, this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is what I'm not willing to accept anymore. That's where change begins. That's where power begins. Because the moment you know who you are, the world can't tell you who to be. It can't sell you dreams you don't want. It can't scare you with rejection or failure. You become unshakable. Because you're not living their script anymore, you're writing your own. And let me tell you something. There's nothing more dangerous to a world that wants to control you than a person who knows themselves. A person who's not afraid to say, no, that's not for me. A person who's willing to stand alone if that's what it takes to stay true. That's the work. It's not easy. It's not quick, but it's the only way to live free. So tonight, I'm asking you to start. Turn off the noise. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself the questions you've been avoiding. And don't stop until you get the truth, because you deserve to know you. And the world deserves to meet the real you, not the watered-down version you've been selling. Start there, because if you don't know who you are and what you want, nothing else I say tonight is going to matter. You want to know why most people never make it? It's not because they're not talented enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. It's because they're completely, hopelessly distracted. Their minds are scattered. Their energy is leaking all over the place. They can't focus on anything long enough to see it through. Look around you. This world is designed to steal your focus. Every second, something is fighting for your attention. A notification, a message, a video, a headline designed to make you angry. An ad telling you you're not good enough until you buy what they're selling. It's endless. It's relentless. And most people don't even see it. They just take it. They live in this fog of constant noise, wondering why they're anxious, why they're unfulfilled, why they can't finish what they start. You have to understand something. Your mind is your most valuable real estate, and you're just letting anybody move in and trash the place. You're letting gossip in. You're letting negativity in. You're letting fear in. You're letting other people's opinions in. You're letting comparison in. You're renting out space in your head to things that don't serve you, don't build you, don't love you, don't care about you. And then you wonder why you can't think straight, why you can't figure out what you want, why you're exhausted all the time. If you want to focus on you, you have to learn to protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Your mind is the battlefield. Your mind is where you win or lose long before anything happens out here in the world. You have to start asking yourself, what am I feeding my mind? Who am I listening to? What am I watching? What am I reading? Who am I spending time with? Because let's be real, some of you would be doing just fine if you weren't around certain people. People who doubt you, people who drain you, people who laugh at your dreams because they gave up on theirs, people who only want you around as long as you stay small. You think you owe them your time? You don't. You think you have to explain yourself? You don't. You think you have to carry them? You don't. Cut it off. Not because you're better than them, but because you can't build while you're busy babysitting someone else's insecurities. You have to learn to say no. No to nonsense. No to gossip. No to negativity. No to the temptation to waste your time proving yourself to people who will never see you, because your time is precious. Your energy is precious. Your focus is precious. And let me tell you something else. It's not just the people around you. It's you too. You're distracting yourself. You're the one scrolling for hours, pretending it's relaxing when it's just numbing. You're the one binge-watching shows you don't even like because it's easier than facing your fears. You're the one filling every quiet moment with noise so you don't have to hear your own thoughts. You're the gatekeeper of your mind. No one else. You have to decide you're not letting junk in anymore. That you're going to be intentional about what you consume. That you're going to create space for focus, for discipline, for growth. That might mean getting off social media for a while. That might mean turning off the news. That might mean taking a break from certain people. That might mean spending time alone, getting bored even, so you can finally think. People will call you selfish. Let them. They don't understand what you're building. They don't understand the price of greatness. They don't understand that you're not here to live distracted. You're here to do something real, something meaningful, something that requires all of you. So protect your mind. Treat it like the sacred space it is. Be ruthless about what you allow in, because your future depends on it. Your dreams depend on it. Your peace depends on it. Focus isn't something you stumble into. It's something you fight for. And if you want to change your life, you have to start fighting for it today. No more excuses. No more distractions. It's time to lock in. It's time to choose you. Everybody wants to feel motivated. That hype, that fire in your chest, that moment when you say, I'm going to change my life today. And that's good. It's beautiful to feel inspired. But let me tell you the truth that most people don't want to hear. Motivation is cheap. Motivation is easy. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes like the wind. You can watch 100 motivational videos. You can listen to 1,000 speeches. You can write your goals on sticky notes all over your house. And none of that will save you when you wake up one day and don't feel like doing it. You want to change your life. Forget waiting on motivation. Build discipline. Discipline is doing what you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left you. Discipline is that quiet voice in your head that says, get up, go again, no excuses. It's not sexy. It's not fun most days. It's not glamorous. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're sad. It doesn't care if it's raining outside. Discipline doesn't negotiate with you. Motivation will have a conversation. Discipline will say, we're going, period. That's what separates people who talk about their dreams from people who actually live them. Because everyone's motivated on day one. Everyone's motivated when it's easy. Everyone's motivated when people are watching and clapping. But who are you when no one is watching? When no one is clapping? When you've failed a few times? When it's 5 a.m. and you're exhausted? When you're broke? When you're embarrassed? That's the test. That's the moment that decides if you're going to stay where you are or become who you want to be. You have to build discipline like it's a muscle. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't just wake up disciplined. You have to train it. You have to practice it. You have to fail and get back up and do it better the next time. That means creating routines that serve you. That means building habits that align with your goals. That means making decisions today that your future self will thank you for, even if it's hard right now. It's easy to hit snooze. It's hard to get up and work on yourself. It's easy to eat whatever you want. It's hard to choose the fuel your body actually needs. It's easy to waste hours on your phone. It's hard to sit down and study, plan, create. It's easy to blame the world. It's hard to take responsibility. But let me tell you this. The hard choices today make for an easier life tomorrow. And the easy choices today make for a harder life tomorrow. Discipline is freedom. Most people think discipline is punishment. They think it's suffering. They think it's giving things up. But the truth is, discipline gives you your life back. Discipline gives you control. Discipline lets you say, I know what I want, and I'm willing to do what it takes to get it. It lets you walk away from temptation. It lets you finish what you start. It lets you respect yourself, because there's no respect in quitting on yourself. There's no pride in knowing you gave up because it was uncomfortable. You want self-esteem? Do hard things. You want confidence? Keep promises to yourself. You want success? Show up on the days you don't want to, because those days count double. Anyone can show up when they're excited. Anyone can work when the sun is shining and the money is flowing. But life isn't always like that. Life is going to test you. It's going to see if you really want it. It's going to throw pain, failure, rejection, heartbreak, exhaustion at you and ask, do you still want it? And your answer can't be a speech. It can't be a hashtag. It can't be a mood board or a playlist. It has to be action, consistent, unglamorous, disciplined action. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel like it. You won't. Not every day, and that's okay. Do it anyway. Train your mind to obey you, not your feelings. Make discipline your default, because the people you admire, the ones who made it, they weren't always motivated, but they were always disciplined. And that's why they won. That's the difference. That's the truth. And that's what you have to choose starting today. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants the success, the respect, the freedom. But what most people don't understand is that the road to that kind of life is paved with failure, with pain, with disappointment, with getting it wrong over and over again until something clicks. See, we live in a world that teaches us to avoid pain, to run from it, to pretend like everything's okay, even when it's not, to slap a smile on our face and act like we've got it all figured out. But let me tell you something. Pain is not the enemy. Failure is not the enemy. They're some of the best teachers you will ever have. If you're willing to sit in the classroom, you think growth comes from comfort? It doesn't. You think you get strong by winning all the time? You don't. You get strong when you fall on your face, when you lose something you thought you couldn't live without, when life knocks the breath out of you and you still find a way to stand up again. Failure is feedback. It's showing you where you need to level up. It's exposing your weaknesses so you can turn them into strength. It's refining you, humbling you, shaping you into something sharper. But most people don't stick around long enough to get the lesson. They fail once and quit. They get hurt and shut down. They take one loss and decide the dream isn't worth it. But listen to me. There is no path to greatness that doesn't go straight through pain. No shortcut, no detour, no cheat code. You have to feel it. You have to endure it. You have to learn how to carry the weight of disappointment and still move forward. The pain you're avoiding, that's the place where you grow. That failure you're ashamed of, that's the experience that will teach you more than any book ever could. That rejection you keep replaying in your mind, that's the moment you'll look back on and say, that's where I found my strength. But only if you stop running from it. Only if you stop numbing yourself with distractions and face it head on. You have to learn how to sit with your failures without judging yourself. You have to stop tying your worth to whether or not something worked out. You are not your mistakes. You are not your worst day. You are not the opinion of people who gave up on you. You are who you choose to become after the fall. Pain will introduce you to parts of yourself you didn't even know existed. It will strip away the fake. It will reveal your limits and then dare you to break through them. It will teach you patience, humility, resilience, and above all, it will teach you what matters. When you've been through real pain, you stop chasing surface-level success. You start building something real. You stop worrying about how things look, and you start focusing on how they feel, how they mean something. So if you're in a dark season right now, if you feel lost, like you failed, like nothing is going right, I'm not here to tell you to pretend it's all good. I'm here to tell you, feel it, learn from it, grow through it, because this is the part that shapes you. This is the part that forges character. This is the part you'll remember when you're standing on the other side of the storm, stronger than you ever thought you could be. Failure isn't final unless you quit. Pain isn't pointless unless you ignore it. So take the lesson, take the scar, take the wisdom, and then get up, wiser, sharper, tougher, more focused than you've ever been. Because every successful person you admire, they've failed. They've fallen, they've cried, broken, doubted, questioned everything. But they didn't stop. And neither will you. This pain you're in, it's not here to destroy you. It's here to develop you. So stop fearing failure. Welcome it. Embrace it. Let it teach you what success never could. That's how you rise. One day they're going to talk about you, even if you don't think so. Even if you think you're just living an ordinary life that no one notices. Someone will remember. Someone will tell the story. And you have to ask yourself, what story are they going to tell? See, we hear the word legacy and we think it's about fame, about having your name on a building, about getting written down in some history book. But that's not it. Legacy is what you leave in people. It's the impact you have on the people you touch. It's the lessons you pass on, the love you give, the example you set. Your legacy is built in every small choice you make, every day you show up or don't. It's built in how you treat people who can't do anything for you. It's built in what you stand for when it would be easier to stay silent. It's built in what you choose to value in a world that's trying to sell you cheap distractions. And this is why you have to focus on you, because you can't give what you don't have. You can't teach strength if you're crumbling at every challenge. You can't model courage if you're living in fear. You can't offer wisdom if you refuse to learn your own lessons. You can't love people right if you don't even love yourself enough to grow. Focusing on you isn't selfish, it's responsible. Because when you become better, everyone around you benefits. When you heal, you stop bleeding on people who didn't cut you. When you learn discipline, you teach others that it's possible. When you chase your dreams, you give permission to the people watching you to do the same. You want to leave something behind that matters. Start with yourself. Start with the example you're setting when no one is watching. Start with the decisions you make when it's hard. Most people want to change the world, but they won't even change themselves. They want to leave a legacy of greatness, but they won't put in the work it takes to be great. They want to be remembered with respect, but they cut corners every chance they get. That's not how it works. You want to be the kind of person they remember with gratitude? Then get serious about building yourself. Get serious about your character, about your integrity, about your word meaning something, about following through. You're about treating people with dignity, about choosing what's right over what's easy. You can't fake legacy. People know. They remember who was there for them. They remember who inspired them to be more. They remember who made them feel seen, valued, loved. They remember who challenged them to rise. And the beautiful thing, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to have some perfect life. You just have to be intentional. You just have to care enough to do the work. That's why focusing on you matters, because you're not just living for yourself. You're leaving footprints for someone else to follow. Your kids, your friends, your community, even strangers who see you live with purpose and wonder if they could too. But you can't lead if you're lost. You can't inspire if you're bitter. You can't elevate anyone if you're weighed down by your own excuses. So you have to choose to grow, to face your fears, to heal your wounds, to master your emotions, to learn, to listen, to get better every single day. Not just for you, but for the people who will tell your story, for the people who will stand at your grave one day and say, they mattered, they changed me, they left something real behind. That's legacy. It's not something you find at the end of your life. It's something you build in every moment you choose to focus on who you are becoming. So don't waste another day waiting for it to happen on its own. Take responsibility. Focus on you, because the world needs what only you can give. And you owe it to yourself and to them to make sure it's something worth remembering. At the end of the day, it all comes back to this. You are responsible for your life, not your parents, not your past, not your circumstances, not your critics. The moment you accept that truth, not just in your mind, but deep in your spirit, is the moment everything begins to change. You've got one shot at this life. One. And the clock is ticking whether you move or stand still, whether you grow or stay the same, whether you rise or remain where you are. You don't get to pause it. You don't get a redo. So what are you going to do with it? Focus on you, not in a selfish way, but in a necessary way. Because when you become whole, you become powerful. When you take control of your mind, your habits, your energy, you unlock the kind of life most people only dream about. It won't be easy. You'll be misunderstood. You'll be doubted. You'll fail. You'll hurt. But if you keep going, if you stay locked in, you will evolve. You will rise. You will become the person you were always meant to be. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for motivation to magically appear. Start now. Start today. Start messy. Start scared. Just start. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You don't need a guarantee. You just need you, fully committed, fully focused, fully willing to bet on yourself. Because when you do that, when you finally make yourself the priority, the world shifts, doors open, opportunities multiply, and the legacy you leave will not be built on luck or hype or chance. It'll be built on focus. It'll be built on discipline. It'll be built on truth, and it will last. Now go, do the work. Be the one who chose to focus. Be the one who changed everything.